Introducing the Safe Water Optimization Tool. The SWOT is a web tool that brings advanced data analytics capabilities to water supply teams to help maintain water safety in emergencies. The decay in free residual chlorine that occurs after water leaves a distribution network depends on many factors that are difficult to model. The SWOT applies advanced analytics to routine FRC monitoring data to predict this decay and to provide clear, site-specific chlorination guidance to help teams achieve lasting protection from the tap stand to the last cup. This video covers some of the considerations needed to integrate the SWOT into your existing FRC monitoring program. For more details, or if you're just starting monitoring FRC, more information is available on the website safeh2o.app. We also have a team ready to support you getting started with your specific context. Preparation. Providing the SWOT with sufficient good quality data is critical to achieving an accurate recommendation. The analysis becomes more accurate as more samples are added. 100 is the minimum required to produce the initial recommendation. Each paired sample consists of a timed measurement of FRC, water temperature and conductivity at the tap stand, followed by a second measurement of FRC from the same water at the household after a set time. Paired samples should be scheduled based on the time that water is generally being stored for in your site. So it's important to understand how water is commonly collected, stored and used by the communities you're working with. It's best to collect data at a range of different storage times, some after a few hours and others the following day. Equipment. As long as your team is already monitoring FRC levels after chlorination, it's likely that you already have everything you need to get started. This includes a way to measure FRC levels, preferably a digital photometer, but a basic pool tester will also work. Ideally, a way to measure water temperature and conductivity at the tap stand. The SWOT will use this information to improve accuracy. A way to collect data and prepare for it uploading to the SWOT web interface, either manually or through a mobile data collection tool like Kobo Toolbox. Staff. Since the actual collection of FRC measurements is not time-consuming, data collection can be integrated with other monitoring activities. It's unlikely you will need dedicated teams. The number of staff needed will depend on the site, but we recommend you plan for 2 teams of 2 data collectors for a site of up to about 50,000 people. This way you should have enough data for a new analysis every 30 days. Your monitoring team should be confident recording FRC, temperature and conductivity measurements using the equipment available. It's also useful to ensure that they're comfortable explaining the purpose of taking household samples to participants and providing appropriate channels for feedback and complaints. Although it's not necessary to collect any personal information, you will need to test water quality in people's homes, and so it's important that they understand what you're doing and give their consent. Data collection. To gather the paired sample, the monitoring team start by visiting a tap stand that is in use and identify a water user who's willing to participate. The date, time, FRC, temperature and conductivity measurements are recorded as the water user fills their container. Later or the following day, the monitoring team visits the participant's home and records the date, time and FRC from the same container that was filled before. Analysis. Once you've collected at least 100 samples, you're ready to run your first analysis. This starts by uploading your data into the web tool and selecting the storage time to produce a recommendation for. The data set will be linked to a particular field site, so you can manage your results across several locations. Results are sent by email within a few minutes of starting the analysis. The report contains a summary of the monitoring data and a recommended target FRC to aim for at the tap stand to ensure water is safe right up to the last cup. This report allows your teams to understand how well they're achieving water quality standards and provides a recommended tap stand FRC target to make dosing adjustments where needed. We recommend that you continue to use the SWOT to track how well these adjustments are working and to monitor how FRC decay changes over time. Get started. Building the SWOT into regular FRC monitoring enables you to get the most value out of the investment you make in data collection and helps your teams to deliver high-quality wash services for those in need. When you're ready to get started, visit safeh2o.app to set up an account and see more detailed guidance. The SWOT is free to use and open source, and we're here to talk you through each step of the process. Drop us a line, hello@safeh2o.app.